So the Rockets win the tip. Van Vliet with it. Pass to Thompson. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now Van Vliet, after Norman Powell missed from long range. Van Vliet with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Good D by Harden.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's good for two.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Şengün. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Leonard attacking. And that one drops.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it.
Now here's Powell. Outside Leonard. Over Thompson. And it's Leonard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The D got there too late, and he'll go to the line.
Green is one of those players that always finds a way to create something offensively that gets his team good looks.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Harden surveying the D. Driving inside. And the jam by Harden.
As dangerous a penetrator there is, Harden's understanding for when to knife inside is ridiculous.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Smith. And here is Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. 5 on the clock. Ben Simmons with the rebound. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's Powell. Outside Leonard.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Pass to Van Vliet. Another miss by Houston.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Rockets trailed by 4. Eason with it. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
personal foul.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
And he sinks the second. And VanVleet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that VanVleet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
.114 left here in the first quarter. Out to Smith. Shoots from the corner. Simmons pulls it in. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 13-5 run here. It's taken away by Smith. Now Eason. No scoring in this one. And he gets the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Love the assertive approach from Simmons, refusing to let the contact get to him.
To the middle. Here's Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
A shot by Harden, wide open. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
I love seeing Harden stroke it from there. One of the most lethal shooters we have in the game.
Here's Thompson. Eason gets a wide open look. And he's good on the three ball. Eason's got 5 now. Here is Harden. He's got 6. Fires for 3. Here's Simmons. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment.
17.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here is Smith. Great D that time from Batum. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Rockets trailed by 8. Whitmore with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Count the basket. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Coffee. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Outside, Batum. No good with the triple. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Coffey. And here's Mills from the arc. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Rockets. Whitmore with it, covered by Mills. Andrew Eubanks gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And stolen by Leonard. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's good.
That maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Back to Eason. And he finishes nicely on the lane. Eason's got 4 this quarter.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Van Vliet wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Several teams changing it up here. A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Van Vliet. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Jones. Pass to Harden. Right at the free throw line. Rockets with the rebound. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Out to Thompson. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there. A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Van Vliet left side. Yep, that one goes in there.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Harden with it. Dunn up top. Fires the 3. With 1 on the clock. And so we conclude the first half. Clippers lead by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
34.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Clippers leading by 6. Pass to Leonard from past the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson inside. Out to Brooks. Back to Thompson. Ball's knocked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Van Vliet. Great D that time from Leonard.
Leonard certainly was in the shooter's head on that miss.
RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
First team foul.
Off the inbound. Here's Thompson. Good as Green picking up the assist. Thompson's got the first field goal of the second half for the Rockets. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10.
At 6'10", Simmons knows he has the height needed to score inside. He just has to finish strong.
Van Vliet attacking. Leonard with the steal. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's Whitmore. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And it's Smith missing.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You can't fall for that shot fake. Once Kawhi gets you to jump, you're toast.
And he makes both free throws. And here are the Rockets now, trailing by 10. Brooks outside. To the paint. And it's Whitmore missing. And here is Los Angeles now. Pass to Leonard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Why, such a fiery competitor. He won't back down in the face of adversity.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
Here's Green. Good on the shot.
The defense does have Green well covered, but look, he fights through it and finds a way inside.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here is Harden. 6 points for him. Pass to Simmons. Kicks it out to Leonard. Harden outside. Simmons with it. Outside Leonard. Rocket 6. The tray. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Kicks it out to Harden. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Here's Green. It's sent back down by Simmons.
And you could feel the swat from here. Simmons packs a punch on these blocks.
Hits it from three-point range. Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Clippers making a change here. Los Angeles leading by 20. From deep, Harden. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Steven Adams.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Powell off with the layup. Rockets trailed by 20. Here's Green. Can't cash in from close range. Powell for 3. And a clear foul.